In today's class, I'm going to teach you on the topic of autoresponder, how it works and how to set up email follow-ups. Have you heard the term, the money is in the list? When someone says the money is in the list in our internet marketing world, it's actually referring to the email list. The email list is the list. The email list is the money, so to speak. I'm going to walk you through to share with you the basic concept, but basically, just think it this way. If you own an email list of subscribers, they are yours to email to, and you can reach them at any time. You can send emails to them. So just imagine this. You are able to control your own income and also your own traffic at any given time. Because if you send an email, say to 10,000 subscribers, you're going to get people clicking on your email right away. Let me just share with you the basic concept. When you have an email list, now this is not a list building training, this is an autoresponder training on the newbies topic. If you want to learn about list building, you have to sign up for a different program, whether from me or from someone else, that doesn't matter. Right? That will be a marketing class. But here we are going to cover what is an autoresponder. The basic concept is this. Once you have a mailing list, there are two ways of how you monetize the mailing list. One is that you can set up quote-unquote evergreen email follow-up to each new subscriber to build relationship and also promote offers. What does this mean? It means that, let's say someone goes to your webpage and subscribe. They say, hey, here's my email, I am going to subscribe. Then you can set up what we call evergreen follow-up emails to them. The reason why you do that is so that you can build relationship with them and also to monetize your subscriber list. The other concept is this, is that once you have a sizable mailing list, you can send out quote-unquote real-time email promotions. So let's say you have 10,000 subscribers in your list, then when you sign up, you will reach everybody, okay? So that is the basic concept. Now, to achieve these two, to set up evergreen email follow-ups and also to send out real-time email promotions, right? To achieve this, you need a tool called Autoresponder. So Autoresponder is a software that can help you to achieve this and to manage your email subscribers. So this is like the essential tool that I would say all internet marketers use. All gurus have their own mailing list, they have all their list of subscribers. That's how they do promotions. With an autoresponder, it allows you to set up what we call sequential emails. That is unique to each of the subscriber who subscribed it. So let me explain. Example, for instance, if you have 5 follow-up emails to be sent out on alternate days, which means that one day it sends, the next day it doesn't send, and then the next day after that it sends another email, alternate days, where you will be completed in 10 days. So you have 5 emails that you want to send and you want to automate this, which means that you're not going to do this manually. So let's say, John, your subscriber, subscribe on the 1st of January. Now, the last email that John received will be on the 11th of January. But what if Janet subscribed on 3rd of January? Well, the system will automatically set it up so that the last email that Janet received will be on the 13th of January. It means that all of the subscribers will be receiving their sequential emails that are uniquely to them. And that is what an autoresponder does. I know you may have a lot of questions like how do I do this and so on. Don't worry, I just need you to understand the overview, to understand the concept, because I'll be sharing with you a walkthrough to setting up your email follow-ups. Okay, so don't press the panic button, all right? So that's what an autoresponder does. It helps you to set up sequential emails unique to your subscriber and automate everything. Why an autoresponder is a critical tool for any digital marketer. Let me say this again. If you're doing digital marketing and you don't have an autoresponder, I would think that you are not a digital marketer, right? It's a critical tool. The first reason is because emails it's a very effective marketing tool, a very effective marketing channel. Based on Obello's research, it says this: email continues to deliver a strong return on investment. For every $1 you spend on emails marketing, you can expect an average return of $42. And this stats was way back in 2019. So whoever who say that email marketing doesn't work anymore, it's either two things. First, that person has no email list. Okay, so he doesn't have a list to begin with. Second, he obviously doesn't know that the email can be monetized, right? Means that he doesn't know how to do email marketing. Otherwise, if you know how to do this, it's like having a golden goose. And in order for you to power the entire engine, you need to have an autoresponder to do it. That's the reason why we use an autoresponder, because we know email still works very, very well. I do not know about you, but I still check my emails even from companies. Like for instance, I live in Malaysia. We don't use Amazon, but we use Lazada, which is a shopping, right? So when Lazada, Lazada, they send out a broadcast email and telling us the latest offers and promotion, guess what? I open the emails and sometimes I end up buying something. Email marketing still work very well for individuals and also for corporates. The second reason is this, is that it's impossible to manage an email list and sending out sequential emails manually if you do not have an autoresponder. It's impossible. It's as good as saying that forget about email marketing. If you don't have an autoresponder, you just can't do it. Imagine this. You have John, Janet, Bob, Robert, and so on. Let's say you have just 10 subscribers. How are you going to manually send emails to them like every day? Oh, John is on day 3, so I got to remember sending John day 4 emails. But Bob is on day 5, so I got to figure out how to send out day 6 emails. Yeah. You will go wacko, you will go crazy. It is impossible, right? Just think of this way. I just give to you 10 names or 10 subscribers. Like for instance, for me, I send out more than 1,000,000 emails each month. And 1,000,000 is actually less. In fact, I think last year we probably sent out like 60 million emails, right? So this is like a stats of just one of our lists there. As you can see, almost on a daily basis, we send out about, on average, maybe 80,000 emails per day. So just work out the math, 80,000 emails a day. So 80,000 times 30, that's about 2.4 million, I think, like 2.4 million emails. So I don't send 1,000,000 email a month. I send many millions of email per month. So just try to conceptualize this, right? If you don't have a software that automate all of this, how are you going to send out 1 million emails a month? How are you going to automate the entire process? Even if you want to do it manually, it is impossible. It just doesn't work at all. So now you understand where I'm coming from. Next, what an autoresponder can do is that it can do what we call mass broadcast feature. For instance, if I have, say, 100,000 subscribers, I can send an email from the autoresponder to go out to 100,000 people within the next maybe 30 minutes. And these 100,000 subscribers are my subscribers, which is not a spam list, which is not a list that I buy, which is not a list I key in myself, but those who subscribe, where we run ads, they buy our products and so on. So with a click of a button, I can reach 100,000 emails in theory. I will not say technical because not 100,000 people will open up the emails. But do you see how powerful is that if you have an autoresponder? Now, do you see that how exciting it is? So imagine like from a click of a button, I can reach 100,000 people, right? Isn't that crazy? Let's say just 10% of them check out my offer or open up my emails. I have 10,000 people's attention in a single day. Do you know how crazy is that? And let's say even just 5% of them buy, or even less, maybe 1% of them buy, right? Do you know I could get hundreds of sales like in 24 hours of thousands of sales? So how is it all possible? Well, you got to have an autoresponder software to make this happen, right? So I'm going to share with you the walkthrough right now, how to actually achieve this, I'm going to log into my account. Okay, so I use Aweber. So I want you to go to this URL right now. Go and type sendaweber.com. I'm going to show you the walkthrough for Aweber Autoresponder. So you don't have to sign this up, but in the future, if you want to, this is the service that I use. I can only teach in the newbie series based on what I use. There are many other autoresponder out there. Some have their own software installed, have their own server configured. I don't use any of those. I just use a software that is on the cloud, in this case Aweber, so that they manage everything for me. So I do not know the price that Aweber charge right now because I do not know when you're watching this. Just go to sendaweber.com. So an autoresponder is like having, say, an army of salespeople you hired, but you don't need to pay them salary. So your follow-up emails are like your salespeople, right? But you do not need to pay them because you can subscribe to an autoresponder service. I use Aweber. You can use any other services out there. To me, this is probably the best investment that I could do in internet marketing or building an online business. Just so you know, Aweber is not my company. I wish it is, right? So I can like give you a discount or anything like that because this is not my company. This is not my business. This is the tool that I am currently using. So I just want to make it clear, right? I'm not asking you to buy anything here. I'm just telling you this is the tool that I use. It's like you use something and then I ask you, what do you use? And then you're just telling me what it is, okay? So once you are there right now, you'll see there's a page there. You can sign up if you want to, but if you don't sign up, that's totally okay. I'm going to walk you through how to set this up so that now you have a very good idea how does an autoresponder work, or in other words, what it is and how does the email follow-up actually works, okay? So let me just go ahead and log into my account right now. All right, so you should be able to see Aweber account. Just so you know that when you log in, if you are just new, then you won't see anything. What you're seeing, all the stats, is my account where I have my existing subscribers. So for you, you will see nothing there. But I'm going to walk you through how to go through that in a sense that you are starting from fresh. All right. So if you start from scratch, you don't have any active list yet because you don't have any mailing list yet. So to do that, you will go to the manage list. So you click on manage list here at the top here, and you click on create list. Now, these are my other lists that are here. You know all of those because when you log in, you won't have any of these. Doesn't really matter. You click on create a list because you're creating a list inside your Aweber account. So let's say you're having, say, a newsletter. Okay, I'm just giving an example. So you're gonna write your company name. In my example, my name is the brand, so I just use my name. Your company website, whatever your website URL is, you put it there, and then your address. We have several addresses because we have operation in US and then we have operation in Malaysia. So you choose whichever address that you have, and then send the name. Who is the name that they will see from, right? So if you put your name, in this case, if I put Patric Chan, it means that they receive email from Patric Chan. Then, of course, the email address, which email address that they will see when they receive the email. So once you set this up, you just need to click next. And then it will ask you what is the list name. So in this case, the earlier you see, I have a list name for my autoresponder, right? So as you build this business, you will end up having many mailing lists. For instance, you are in the newbie series program right now. So I have a mailing list for those who register for a newbie series. Then I have a different mailing list for my submit. I have a different mailing list for my e-income program clients. I have multiple mailing lists for different segment or different category and so on. So your mailing list is going to be from here. You're going to put a name here so that your subscriber know what list they're subscribed to, and you will also know where they come from. All right. So I'm just going to follow this example. Okay, weekly low-fat recipes. Okay. Maybe this is a newsletter they subscribe where we are giving out low-fat recipes, for instance. And then here, you're going to describe the description of this mailing list that they subscribe to. So in this case, you give you an example, healthy low-fat recipes for every budget cent weekly. And this is what the subscribers see when they want to unsubscribe. So it's important that you have the right description in that sense, okay? So if you click next, you just follow through and you'll be able to set up your list inside Aweber account. I'm not going to go through this because this is my live account and I don't want to set up a list this way. But what's interesting about Aweber that I'll share with you is that it has these video guides and 24/7 help and support. So let me just go ahead and click on the video guides. It has almost every topic that you need to teach you how to set it up. So which means that if you were to use Aweber, guess what? They will expect that you would be a newbie. So they want to make sure that you learn from the very beginning how to use it. So you just click on getting started and watch getting started, how to set it up. See that? Everything is all here. Getting started with Aweber. Okay? See how easy it is? So everything is so-called meant for newbies anyway. But I can also search here, create a list and search. Okay, so as you can see here, they may or they may not have the videos. If they don't have, that's okay, because you can go to Aweber website and then you can look for their knowledge base here, and it has every tutorial that you need. Create a list, for instance. Remember the walkthrough that I showed to you earlier? So let's say we go here. How do I create a list? Like click here, step-by-step instruction. Do you see the same process that I just shown to you? But this is even more, I would say, convenient because they just screenshot for you every single one. Just now, I went to manage list, remember? I click on create a list, and then I show to you the company name, the website URL. I've shown to you the edit address. I've shown to you all of this. It's the same process. Some of these are the extra steps that I did not show from here onwards because I do not want to create a list that I'm not using, because this is a real life account. But as you can see here, it has everything here. So this is why it's a very powerful platform, but also it comes with all the support that I need. And personally, I've been using the support very often. Even though I know how to use Aweber, I still go and ask for questions and so on, and they support me. So this is also the reason why, for me, in my personal opinion, for a tool like an autoresponder, I would not try to buy, say, a one-time off software. I would rather sign up for what we call a software as a service. SaaS means that I will pay recurring to them every month because I want the support, right? If I'm paying, then I can expect support. Is it fair for me to say that if you're getting things for free, right, you cannot get any support? Now, if you buy something for a one-time off purchase, you cannot get ongoing support. Is it fair for me to say that? So when you pay monthly, then it all makes sense for you to get the support, the upgrade, and so forth. So the question is that, but then there's going to be monthly costs. Well, it's nothing compared to how much money you could be making on, right? So it's really important for you to have the right mindset when you're building an online business and trying to be internet entrepreneur. To be an entrepreneur, honestly, in my humble opinion, you should not be focusing on saving, you should be focusing on making, right? So I'm not asking you to be spendthrift, but essential tools like autoresponder, knowledge, and so on, you got to invest. There's no way how you're going to run a business without tools. There's no way how you're going to be good at business without investing in knowledge and systems. It's just crazy. So as entrepreneur, you should be focusing on making rather than saving. Saving is really a stupid strategy, to be honest with you, right? This thing is that if you want to be rich, which is out of this whole internet marketing business, right? How does someone become a millionaire? That person try to save, let's say he makes say 5,000 a month. How long he get to save 5,000 a month to become a millionaire? Now it's almost impossible for him to ever achieve that, right? But this person can become a millionaire if he takes the 5,000 and invests into something, whether it is stocks or invest in himself with the knowledge on how to make so much more money, the knowledge on the art of making money, the knowledge, the expertise, the business knowledge, the marketing knowledge, the know-how on how to make money, right? Then that 5,000 becomes 50,000 per month. So please don't focus on savings where it is not a lot. Now, if I tell you the autoresponder is, say, $500 a month, then I get it. Okay, $500 a month, it can be a bit taxing, so I can't do that right now. I get it. But if it's like $30 a month and you're trying to save that because you're just trying to save that, it's kind of silly if you really think about it, because that $30 a month can make you much more money with your mailing list. Of course, you have to invest in knowledge on how to build your emails, how to do email marketing, and so on, right? So I'm not saying that go and sign up for an autoresponder without anything. You got to first invest in knowledge, the know-how, how to build a business, then you got to have the tools for you to accelerate your business. But the whole thing I'm trying to explain here is that if you focus on the cost, I think that humbly, it's really hard to become an entrepreneur. Now, again, I'm not saying that ridiculous costs, right? I'm saying like $30 a month. I'm saying like maybe spending an extra, say $100 a month for your own knowledge, where you self-invest in yourself. You know, if you think that's too much, then find a part-time job to supplement on that. Sacrifice a bit so that you can have a better future in that sense. But never sacrifice your own education or the tools that can help you to actually achieve success. Okay, so I've just shown to you on how to set up your list, and now I am going to show you how to set up the emails in your list. Okay, so let me just go ahead and do that right now. So I'm going to leave the setup process. Remember, you can always go to Aweber's help support there, and there are a lot of tutorials that you can pick it up from there for free. Okay, so I'm going to leave. So let's say you want to send out emails, okay? So what you do is that you set up your mailing list. And in this case, I call this I am subscribers all. So you could call it whatever name that you want. I've just walked you through earlier. So just so you know that it's critical that when you attend my class, you see it from the very beginning till the end. It's a class. Imagine you go for a lecture class and then you sit in for 15 minutes, you go out, you come back in half an hour later and you ask, hey, you know, how do I build the list? You know, because then you're going to miss out something. You see where I'm coming from? So if you want to attend, you attend from the very beginning till the end. So I'll share with you how to put the names here. Now you go to messages and then there's something called campaigns. Click on campaigns. Ignore all my campaigns here. These are some of the stuff that I set up. Okay, so when you come to campaigns, your campaign will be empty and you click create a campaign. But let me just explain to you what does a campaign does. Like for instance, this is a campaign that I have created a while ago. So when I set up this campaign, it means that when they subscribe, they will receive this email. I'm going to give you the 3 book bonuses for free and so on. This is the subject. And 12 hours later, this email will go out to them. And 1 day later, this email will go out to them. 2 days later, this email will go out to them. And as you can see, we have set up our follow-up emails there. So do you start to understand how autoresponder works? They are sequential emails that is unique to the person who subscribed. So it is crazy. To me, this is like the best digital marketing tool ever invented, all right? Because I can set up all of the automation for the emails. So I will go ahead and click on create a campaign. If you have previous campaign, you can import. If you want to use their templates, you can. So it's all good. For now, for the demo purpose, I will click on create a blank campaign so that I can show you from a clean slate. So I will just use the word test, click test, and then it will ask me, hey, do you want to send an email when it's being tagged or subscribed? If you're a newbie, use subscribe. The tagging is an advanced feature, which I don't recommend you to do that if you are newbie, right? If you haven't even signed up an autoresponder before, then avoid tagging feature for now. That is something a bit more advanced, but it is something that you want to look into once you start building your mailing list, okay? So now all I need to do is drop and drag the emails and click on create message. And here is where you write your subject line. Okay, so you could say, thank you for, let's say they request a free ebook from your webpage, requesting a copy of whatever the book is, okay? So, hi, this is a merging code. If you captured their emails when they opt in, then this merge code will automatically replace with their names, okay? So if the font is a bit too small, then you can just go ahead and change it. And then you just type your emails, hello, whatever it is. So this is all self-explanatory. All of this, you can bold it, you can italic it, and so on. So it is just like how you type on, let's say, a Words document, okay? So once you are happy with the email that you have written, the design, and so on, then you have warm regards, let's say your name. Once it's all done, then you can go ahead and click save and exit. But Aweber has all these cool functions where you can add stuff. So let's say you want to add image, you can just drop this here and then click on image. There's an image gallery. So I'm not going to click on my images because I don't want you to see my own personal images. So they're just for the sake of demo. I will just go ahead and click this. As you can see, the image starts coming up. Okay. This image could be any image that you have. And instead of me typing again, I can just copy here and I just move this here and then I could just say warm regards. All right. So there's many other features here that you can use accordingly. Remember the help area I showed to you and the video tutorials? Guess what? All of these are covered there. So you don't have to be concerned of like, how am I going to use this? I'm not too sure and so on. Don't worry because it is all covered inside the tutorials and the videos. See how cool is that? So let's say I'm done with this. I'm happy with it. Of course, I'm not, but let's just save and exit. So I set this email up and then I could do it in a way that I put down here this after 1 day, then another email sent out to the person. This is like magic. This is pure automation. This is how I run my internet marketing business. This is how I can automate my promotions, email marketing, and so on, okay? Then you could have like another one. Let's say, I'm just making this up. Let's say you want to do 2 days later, okay, fine. And then maybe you have another emails. Okay, just put here. And then maybe you want to have another set of emails to go out after that. Let me just move this here. And you could maybe in like 12 hours, you want an email to go out to them, you can. It's up to you how you want to play with it, right? But do you start to see the magic of this? Do you start to see how the gurus and marketers automate their business? How they make what we call autopilot income? So there's this term that people say passive income, automate income, and it may sound like hoax, like there's no such thing as passive income, autopilot income from internet marketing. Well, the truth is that there is none, in the sense that if you don't do anything, there's none. But us, this secret group of marketers, are actually making passive income and automate income and so on because we master marketing. We master emails, for instance, right? So we could be focusing on driving the funnel to capture leads and put the leads into these emails. And we are not actively sending emails because these are automated emails that goes out. So just to have some fun, I could set this email for the next 365 days if I want to, right? That is the power of autoresponder. So I just showed to you earlier, like for instance, in this account, I have about 100,000 plus subscribers. I usually have like almost 500,000 subscribers, and then we purge and then we delete off because some of them are old and things like that. So in this account, in this special account, in this autoresponder account, I mean, I shown to you proof. This is not some bullshit nonsense that, hey, no, it is. I have all my emails set up with 100,000 subscribers in my system right now. And let's say each of them just worth $1 a month, right? Just $1 a month. Just trying to understand that. With 100,000 subscribers, that's 100,000 US dollar. That is quite insane in that sense. Now, I'm not talking about my income. I want you to understand the whole power of this, and I'm just sharing with you. Although you are a newbie, but this is where it all starts. Even advanced marketer doesn't really get it, right? So you can see all this email follow-up. So all of these emails are working for me, and I have so many different mailing lists that are operating on their own, and each mailing list have their own campaigns that are automating by its own, right? That's how the system actually works. Like this is 119,000 emails active subscribers. So they are all receiving emails every day. Some of them are in different lists. Some of them receive emails today. Some of them receive emails tomorrow, and so on. Again, just for the sake of fun, 119,000 active subscribers. If each of them, I'm not trying to be greedy, I'm just being very conservative that I can only monetize $1 from a subscriber a month, right? That's 119,000 US dollar. And if you happen to live in Malaysia, you times 4, well, you work on the numbers, right? It's very comfortable income in that sense. I could just work on my computer, working on emails, and I don't need to do anything else. This is why I don't do mentoring, I don't do consultation, I don't do any of those. I'm a hardcore marketer. I do internet marketing, I do digital marketing. I don't waste time to go and consult companies, to go and do mentoring. I don't have all this kind of time. Why? Because if I can automate my income, why would I want to stress myself out? I only do that, like mentoring program and so on, because I'm a teacher. Like I love to teach. I love to help my clients and so on. That's the only reason, right? In terms of income, yeah, I could make some money from the mentoring program and so on, but I would just rather spend time with my family and focus on digital marketing, right? So I want you to understand how all of these sort of work. So that is the walkthrough. I'm going to continue with the training right now. All right, so I want to give you some valuable tips for newbies when you are starting on this. The first thing is this: write emails in your personal tone. You don't have to be advanced. You don't have to be super fluent in English or try to use fancy words. Don't pretend to be someone else. When it comes to email marketing, what we have experienced is that if it's a personal tone email like I sending I to you kind of emails, that is the most effective one. If you're not good at writing, like writing emails, focus on keeping your email short and focus on getting them to click. Let them click to the web page. The term is landing page. If you attended my previous class where I talk about web page creation, I teach about landing page. You want them to click on that because the landing page, the web page is the one that does the job in terms of getting them to take action. Unless you can write, then you write. If you can't, keep it short. Remember, they don't subscribe for you to make money. So like my 100,000 subscribers, they don't subscribe because they want me to make money. They subscribe for their own reasons. Always be mindful and focus on helping them, adding value, and not try to focus on how to monetize the list. If you can focus on adding value in almost anything that you do, the money will come to you. Don't send too little emails. So one of the newbie mistake is that they are afraid that if they send too many emails, the subscribers will feel offended and then they unsubscribe. So let me just tell you this, right? Those who are going to unsubscribe, they are going to unsubscribe anyway. So don't feel emotional about that. If you send too little emails, you are not touching those who want to receive the emails. So always focus on those who you can help, and of course, those that can help you in your business. There will be people who unsubscribe, and that's totally okay. And a harsh way to say it is this: if people who don't buy, they just want to subscribe for free, you have nothing to lose. True? In fact, they are incurring costs to you because, like Aweber, the cost of having Aweber increase when your list becomes bigger, right? So if they're not going to buy, if they're just going to be there for free all the time, well, if they're going to feel offended when you sell something, let them leave, right? There's no point for you to have them. So don't get emotional about it, okay? So my suggestion is that make sure you send emails every week. For us, I try to send at least 5 emails a week, of course, to different kind of lists that we have. Next, for a newbie, get a good autoresponder, especially if you are a newbie, right? Don't try to save the cost, and let me explain to you why. Because your mailing list is your greatest asset. How could you put your greatest asset in a poor system? It's just like if you want to learn about building an online business, how can you save money to learn from a rookie because you just want to save a bit of money? You may be learning all of the wrong stuff. How could you do that because you're learning from someone who doesn't have any experience? So the same thing with an autoresponder, right? Invest in a good one. Like Aweber to me is a good one and is also cost effective for what it provides. Next is this. You only get good at writing emails when you start writing. So you can read a lot of courses. Of course, I highly suggest you to go through some courses, read some books and so on about copywriting. But until you start writing, you cannot get good at it because writing can only improve when you practice. So here's the cool thing I want to share with you is that I want you to think about it. You could build an online business to make money with just content and emails. Isn't that crazy? That you just need emails and content to generate income. You don't even need to have a store. You don't need to have any services. You don't even need to have products. You just need to have content because that's what your subscribers want, content, right? Why would they subscribe? Because of the content. So you just need content and emails. Here's an example, live case study. Let me share with you. So we created this, the newbie series. Now, the newbie series is where we're providing content that I could charge for. But you know what? Let's just give good content. Again, I am teaching you based on what I am doing here. So what do we get in return? We get people to subscribe, right? So we provide content and in return, we get emails. So how to generate income? Now, one, you can sell your own product to your mailing list. So in this example, this real life case study, I could sell my own product, which is the recordings. The recordings, it's not expensive. Let's say it's only $20, okay? Let's say just $20 for calculation sake. $20. And if I sell 1,000 units, that's 20,000 US dollar. And all of this is done through emails, you see? Now, 20,000 US dollar would also means that I would have enough fund to say build 10,000 subscribers, right? Or to generate income, if you don't have any product, you just have content, but you have nothing to sell, that's okay. Well, you can just promote affiliate programs, right? You can promote someone else's program to generate income. Like today, I do a walkthrough for Aweber, right? At sandaweber.com. Now that goes through my affiliate link. You see, when my customers sign up Aweber directly or sign up through my affiliate link, they invest the same. They don't get charged extra. And it's just that Aweber now make less because Aweber is paying me affiliate commissions. So I think Aweber pays like 10 or 20% commission. I don't know. So let's say Sheila join or use Aweber for say $30 a month, right? Which means that Aweber will pay me affiliate commission, let's say it's 20%. Aweber will pay me $6 a month. But as long as Sheila use Aweber, I'm making passive income from that recurring fee. $6 is not a lot of money, right? But there's just one product. 100 people, that's additional $600 of passive income. And that's just one product, right? I could be promoting different affiliate programs every week. And I don't even need to create my own product. I only need to focus on producing good content so that my subscribers wants to hear from me and wants to read my emails because they know I'm providing value to them. Not everybody will buy, that's okay. Just 5% of them will purchase, and that's good. And 95% of the subscribers will still be very happy because I'm adding value to them. You just have to see this. All you need is actually content and also emails to build a business. which is where I want to welcome you to lucrative digital product business. This is digital product business. Emails and content, they are all digital product, digital content. Everything is from thin air. I don't have physical costs. I don't need to source for products. I don't need. A very cheesy word is I create money from thin air. I'm sitting here doing training, providing content, and I can generate income by the approach I just shared with you. I can sell the recordings if I want, or if not, I could just generate income from the affiliate programs, or I could also do both. Crazy, right? All right, so that concludes today's training. All right, thank you, everybody. Have a good night ahead and a great evening. I'm excited as you are. See you all in the future. Take care and bye-bye.